Hello, people of the good internet, and today we're going to be doing a review on the recently kind of new Star Wars The Last Jedi movie. So, overall, the movie was pretty good, I'd say. Had some flaws, which I'll go over, but, alright, so it had some shocking moments, as well as some, moments. So I'm gonna go over some characters. So Rey, she kind of gets some insight on the Force, and she kind of gets some insight onto who her parents are. This Kylo Ren becomes the supreme leader. I'll get into that later, where he has these interactions with Rey that Snoke put together. I said spoilers. Leia's in it a little bit. She gets into a coma, which makes it so someone else, another captain or no commander, has to take control. And Poe doesn't really like that. Rose is a new character. Her and Poe, kind of, in a way. How do I explain this? Like, meet and like become friends. At this point, General Hux has become like in second command. I believe C-3PO and R2-D2 don't really do much in the movie. BB-8 is kind of there. So the movie starts off with Luke getting handed his lightsaber and Rey chucking it, which to me is a huge problem, because if you consider the fact of what's going on right now in, like, meanwhile in the other world, I mean, what's going on back all the way over there, they are getting into battles and doing this stuff before that, I suppose, but it's shown after. The training is the first, like, the first scene we see is the lightsaber getting thrown back. So where did this space battle come from? And even, alright, fine, you can say it happened before, but on screen it's just that, and then instantly right after it's the lightsaber handing off, and then the first movie ends. So what? Also, another problem with the dreadnoughts, in my opinion, because in the movie they act like they're all this new futuristic technology, but hold on. So Rey went to visit Luke, right? So during that time, the Empire devised an entire new type of Star Destroyer? And, I mean, the way they talk about it, it's as if they know about it, but the only purpose it has for the plot is to, in a way, help Poe realize that, like, it's not all about blowing stuff up. I guess that's how Leia put it. So there's another. Poe's gonna desert the Finn's gonna desert the rebellion, but he decides not to because, I mean, he's going to, and then Rose, the new character, who's right next to Chewbacca, right under Chewbacca, like, is like, "Oh, you're a hero," blah 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 blah, and then she realizes, oh, he's trying to stow away. What a loser. Then she tases him, straps him to a table, is gonna turn him in. It's like, it's interesting to see, like, her go from, like, hero to, to, like, fangirl, and then just, like, yeah, this is, like, I'm turning you in. Like, it's interesting to see that change. So, to me, the 3 plot points that were the most surprising to me personally was 4. The first one was where Kylo Ren says that Rey's parents are drunkards who sell her for drinking money. Which doesn't really make that sense to me because I might be remembering this wrong, but didn't her parents leave on a ship in the first movie? I could be wrong about that. I'm not really into these new movies as much as I would like to be, I guess. And also, it's probably just Kylo being Kylo, lying to her. We don't get any confirmation that's true. It's just Kylo Ren saying that. Next off is that scene on the salt planet at the end. Oh, it's not snow. Where the First Order's just there, and Luke just shows up out of nowhere, and I whispered to the person who was sitting next to me, who was a friend of mine, and I was like, "It's Luke," and then Luke showed up literally 5 seconds later, and it really the way he's going, he just looks so powerful. He's Kylo Ren is just freaking out. He's like, fire at him, and then all the tanks are just shooting at him. And it's pew 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 pew, and then he's just gonna hit it, and then Hux makes him stop, and then Luke is just sup, and then they're just well, to actual Fujaruni. So then Kylo Ren comes down to fight him head on head, and I thought I really, I can't stress this enough, really thought he was gonna do, oh, you strike me down, I'll become more powerful than you could ever imagine. And I love Luke Skywalker, not in a weird way, I just love his character, I love what he stands for, and I thought they were gonna do that. And when he said, if you strike me down, you'll have to live with it, or something like that, you'll have to live with your anger. And then Kylo comes running at him, I was like, no. And I got so mad, and then, Kylo ran past him, he already stabbed him with the lightsaber. Just expecting to see Luke on the floor dead. He wasn't dead though, he dodged a bunch of strikes and here and there, and then Kylo finally gets him with the sword, and then it's just Luke messing with him with a projection of himself. And then this is for me the saddest part of the movie. Luke, I don't know what the heck happens, but he falls down or something after Kylo rages at him or something, and the sun sets, the moon rises, or maybe that's a double sun, and then the clouds go in front of the suns, and Luke just fades away. And I think I might have had quite a few tears in my eyes when I saw that scene. It was it's just so sad. Alright, anyways, let's talk about what this movie means for the next movie. So, at this point, I don't think we're gonna see any Yuuzhan Vong, unless it's surprise attack. Surprise! It's the Yuuzhan Vong! No, but I really wanted to see the Yuuzhan Vong too. I was before this episode 7 got its trailer, I was like, Yuuzhan Vong, man. And then my friends were like, yeah. And I was like, yeah. So, see, the movie's main flaws is that, in a way, it has to, the way it starts right after is a problem because of all the futuristic technology, the hyperspace tracking thing. When was that invented? When did we hear about that in the last movie? I don't remember hearing about that. And yet they bring it up as this whole brand new thing. Wouldn't they have used it in the last battle? That doesn't make sense to me either. The biggest two flaws is, it seems the movie, some people say it's too long. I liked it. it was good pacing. I want it to be longer. No, and two flaws is that it tries to do too many things at the same time in a way, because it has this thing going on. I kind of like how they got how they in a way how Luke, like, it started off with right where we saw we didn't miss anything. We didn't see Rey get rejected off. I mean, Rey didn't get rejected off screen, but that creates a lot of problems for the movie, in my opinion, as I've went over already. The second problem is it, like, that thing. It's the hyperspace tracking. It sort of invents something for Poe and Rose to do. I mean, because Poe obviously is trying to, like, come up with this master plan to stop the Empire, because, like, his ship's running low on fuel because of the tracking and stuff. But I mean, if they didn't have that, what would Poe be doing? I mean, what would Fudge Finn be doing? And another thing I found really shocking is Snoke dies. At least that's what we think, man. So Kylo Ren somehow hides his intentions from Snoke and kills him when he's thinking about killing Rey, which doesn't seem... Snoke, you're actually trash. And we have this new character. I have no idea what his name is. The Codebreaker, man! And he betrays them. Some people say he's the Lando Calrissian, like Rey's the Luke Skywalker of the movie. Poe's the Han Solo. And Chewie's the Chewie. Kylo Ren's the Darth Vader. Hux is the I have no idea. Snoke is the Emperor. So this is kind of like the 5th and 6th movie. I actually think Snoke said to do it at one point. So overall, it's a great movie. Had no lightsaber battles, I don't think, unless you count the one that Rey and Kylo had to fight off the guards. And also, I guess you could count the one Kylo had with the astral projection of Luke. Overall, great movie. Great fight scenes. Might have been a little too long for some viewers, but overall, great fight scene. Great battles, great plot, great pacing. So that's just going to be it for this review.